He looks like a fish.
He does. Oh, God. Alabasta Ace is awful.
Yeah.
They really gave him a glow up in Wano.
Straight up. Hello, and welcome to Do You Watch Anime? My name is Adam Corky. This is a show where I sit down with a guest and ask them, do you watch anime? And we go from there. And today, joining me is Cosplayer and One Piece fanatic, I think.
Yeah.
Ray, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So, do you watch anime?
I do watch anime. I watch a lot of anime. It's one of the only things I watch.
Hell yeah. Finally, one of us. Finally. There is too many people watching normal shows. The amount of times that I straight up am like, is that a live action show?
The only live action show I really watch is like stuff at work.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. So how did you originally get into anime?
Well, I think it's the stereotypical Sailor Moon.
Of course.
Back in the 90s.
Hell yeah.
Sailor Moon started it all. But at the time, I guess I didn't really think, oh, this is an anime. No, it was just a really cool show on TV.
Mm-hmm.
And then what really spiraled for me was, I guess, Pokemon.
Okay.
But then I specifically remember this happening. Pokemon was its time slot changed, and Digimon came on. And I was like, what is this? I don't like this. This isn't Pokemon.
Okay.
No. This was my thought. This is my thought as a child.
Of course.
I don't like this. I don't like change. What is this? And then I'm watching a couple episodes. I'm like, oh, this is better than Pokemon. What is this?
Yeah.
They actually change back, and they can talk.
Yeah.
They don't just say their names. So Digimon became my like new favorite thing, and that really spiraled into not just liking anime, but I started drawing. I started I didn't really do like cosplay or anything as a kid because it was, I don't know, it was definitely out there.
Yeah.
I just didn't know about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. You were one of the only people, there have been multiple people, but one of the only people who's like, I like Digimon more than Pokemon.
I do.
Thank you.
I do love Digimon. Honestly, has a strong place in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Like we played it at recess.
Hell yeah.
And like did everything. We mainly switched between Digimon, occasionally Pokemon, and Lion King. We would play the whole movie.
Damn.
As kids.
Oh shit. So,
yeah, like we knew. I still know the whole Lion King off by heart.
Hell yeah.
But we would, I would get yelled at by my mom, not just playing Lion King, but playing, Digimon. You would be the four-legged characters.
Of course.
And I would get grass stains on my knees, and I would get yelled at for that. They're like, what are you playing? Or wear out your snow pants.
Yeah.
The years when there was actually snow on the ground.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I distinctly remember from like my childhood, just pretending to be Pokemon, and then grade 4 hit, and I was just that kid running around screaming Kamehameha.
Oh yeah. I didn't know about Dragon Ball Z until my sister brought her to-be husband home.
Yeah.
And he really got me into Dragon Ball Z. He's like,
okay.
oh, you like Digimon?
Yeah.
Well, you need to watch this show called Dragon Ball Z. And then it became Digimon and Dragon Ball Z. And he also got me into Transformers.
Okay.
He got me into Zelda.
Okay.
He's like, you like video games?
Damn.
Yeah. No, he was the one who really like got me like, every time he'd come over, there was always something new that he wanted to show me. And even like now, like I tried to get him into like My Hero Academia, but he's a parent now. We can't. 4 kids.
Yeah.
Like, but like he would take me, like it was actually him and my sister that took me to my first Anime North. My first fan expo.
Wow.
Yeah, like, and they helped me make my costume. My first costume ever was San from Princess Mononoke. Like, they were fully into, like, renting me those movies. They would take me to the movie store when I would go over for visits. And they would ask the movie person, like, we need an anime that's appropriate for
Yeah.
someone or their age.
Yeah.
So a lot of it was Mononoke, like, or Ghibli films.
Yeah.
So yeah, they really, like, my sister and my brother-in-law really helped, like, get me and keep me into anime.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I love that. So what is your favorite I had the word Ghibli Ghibli film?
Well, Princess Mononoke. It's always gonna have a place in my heart. As one being the first one I ever saw, and my first cosplay. And it's one that can always it's something I put on the background when I just need something. If I'm working on a cosplay, if I'm working, playing a video game on my computer, I can't do both.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just something that's I've always really, really loved. And yeah, it just has a really special place in my heart because I guess I've also really just loved, like, those sorts of, like, nature stories. And big wolves. That's what really got me, was the big wolves.
Yeah.
Because I love animals. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the wolves were definitely something that was like, yes. I don't know how else to say it.
No. That's Ooh, wolves.
Wolves. Although it actually did scare me as a kid, the wolves. Moro, especially the one scene where she gets, like, really mad, and and it was more like her snarling that actually really scared. I was a very sensitive child.
Yes.
To this day, I cannot look at an image, video, or hear the voice of that wolf thing from the Neverending Story.
Valid.
I can't. And my friend has told me, it's like, it's just an animatronic, right? I'm like, yeah. And your point? It still terrifies me to this day. I can't look at a picture of it. I can't. I did it once to try and when you desensitize yourself to something. Nope. I went into full panic mode. I was
my
like,
gosh.
I couldn't sleep for a couple days, actually.
Oh,
like,
my gosh.
I was living in a bachelor apartment, and the clock on my oven was green lights, and I believe that was the color of his eyes. So I'd wake up in the middle of the night, see green, and just freak out. When your mind plays those tricks on you.
Yeah. Especially with no sleep.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yep.
Oh my God.
That was my to this day. That I cannot. So when that happened in Princess Mononoke, I was like, oh God, what is this? This terror, absolutely terrifying. But eventually you kind of get over those things. I still can't watch horror movies.
Yeah.
Horror movies are something I can't do. And yeah, like, I used to, that fear of sharks in the pool.
Yeah.
I'm still getting over that. The pool shark. That is the scariest thing you could ever imagine, is a pool shark.
Damn. Okay.
In my mind, it
yeah.
is.
Get away from it if it's in the pool. It's true.
You can't get away from it. And what if you're doing a dive and it just, like, pops out and eats you? Pool shark.
Pool shark.
We've already had tornado sharks.
Yep. Exactly. Oh God. So anime. No. Anyway, so yeah, I've only seen it a couple times because it is long. It's very long. Or it's
a Ghibli film.
Yeah, I have a short attention span. But I remember being like, holy fucking shit. It's so brutal.
It is really brutal. And, like, even when I was a kid watching it, like, my sister was like, oh my God, what are we watching right now?
Yeah.
Because, again, my sister, she grew up with, like, Young and the Restless and, like, soap operas, A Baby Story. She broke her toe because my other sister was like, Baby Story is on, or A Wedding Story is on.
Yeah.
I come home from school and she's got her foot propped up on the table because she broke her toe because she was going to miss her little reality show, the early days of reality shows.
My God.
So Yep, on TLC, and that's what she grew up on, or was like watching and whatnot, and then she sees me watching, anime
Yeah.
at like the age of 12, the ripe old age of 12, and I'm just sitting here like, yeah, this is great violence.
Yeah.
And they're just like, what are we watching? Oh my god. This is like, there's so much death and stuff happening in this movie, and it's so graphic.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is what the movie clerk said was appropriate for your age. Like, yep.
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 Oh my god, I love that. But yeah, from your sister and her husband now. From there, where did you go? Like, how did you find your anime aside from them?
How did I find well, actually, it took a while for me to really find anime because when it actually really helped me get through. I had like halfway through grade 7, I had to move schools. And when I moved schools and you're halfway through grade 7, you don't have time to make all those connections again. At least it was hard for me anyways. And for a while, liking anime was not cool.
Yeah.
And when you're new in school, you're trying to make friends. So I did eventually push it to the back burner. I didn't really pick up anime again until high school.
Okay.
And that was Inuyasha.
Oh, heck yeah. Oh my god, everyone loves Inuyasha. Okay. All right.
So Inuyasha, and then I started picking up my art again. Remember Inuyasha every Friday night. I did still watch Digimon, but again, I didn't really have any friends who also liked anime. They all liked what you would call society accepted shows and things. Like I remember through high school, I actually changed myself a lot to like those things. I still liked anime. Again, it was put on the back burner.
Oh yeah.
And I actually I tried giving Naruto a chance, but I think that actually contributed to me I've still never seen an episode of Naruto.
Holy
I've never seen an episode of Full Metal Alchemist. This is what bullying can do to you in high school.
True.
It can really affect you and how your mentality thinks. And the person I was dating in high school, he was really into like fashion and stuff. So I even completely stopped watching anime.
Yeah.
And was really only watching like I would try to get into that like stuff that he would like.
Yeah.
I would start buying like, Lacoste, FCUK when it was around at the time.
Damn.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I really tried to fit in and meet the standard norm.
Yeah.
But then I couldn't really deny how I like, that anime once you like it. And my cousins moved to Canada, or not Canada. Oh my God. Moved to Ontario from Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Oh God. And they liked anime.
Yeah.
So visiting them really helped. So we all got back again, Inuyasha, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Hell yeah.
And Kingdom Hearts.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I remember Kingdom Hearts coming out. And Final Fantasy.
Yep.
What actually happened, I haven't finished Final Fantasy X-2 because I got all the way to 1,000 words, that scene, and I was helping my cousin who was at the beginning, and it was the good old days with the PlayStation external memory cards.
Yeah.
I had my memory card on one side and their memory card on the other side.
Yeah.
And when I was playing on their memory card, I went to go save.
Oh no.
At their beginning of the story,
oh no,
I saved over where I was
Oh no.
And I was just like, nope, I can't do it again.
Oh my.
I had gotten all the secrets and I had unlocked all the like all those extra stuff. Like I was at almost 100% completion.
Oh my god.
Because I was doing everything. I was doing all the side quests and everything, and I'm like, nope, I can't do it.
Oh, no.
I'm done.
That is completely valid. 100%ing any JRPG is like,
And especially like Final Fantasy.
yeah, that's like a full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
That hurts my soul.
Then I had Kingdom Hearts to follow up with that.
Yeah.
And Kingdom Hearts is just a hole you don't want to go down. If you don't know what it is,
Yeah.
like, good luck trying to get into it.
Yeah, good luck.
I'm not even into the lore as much as I should be. I've played the games. I enjoy the games. I'm still waiting for the fourth game, if it's ever going to happen.
And there's 9 others.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I still want to know what was in that box. What was in the box?
You know what's really funny? I've never played Kingdom Hearts, and I know that from like internet memes.
Mm-hmm.
I hate myself.
And also, Disney actually managed to fix the glitch in Elsa's Let It Go scene, so their hair's not going through her shoulder.
Yes.
They fixed it. I could have skipped it. Mm-hmm. I watched that scene specifically because I wanted to see if they were going to fix the glitch.
Yeah.
And they did. They did it. Disney did it.
Good job, Disney.
Actually, it's probably more Square Enix.
Yeah.
Square Enix fixed that glitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I really got into anime again was college when I lived on my own.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any more pressure from, high school peers. I felt a different environment altogether going from high school mentality to a college mentality.
100%.
I don't know what it was, but I was just like, cool, I can be myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was the same way. I instead of watching Naruto, like you said, I watched Glee. Unfortunately,
I watched Glee. Don't
yeah.
worry. No judgment there.
Yep.
I watched Glee.
Yep. I watched all of the all of the CW superhero shows. Anything kind of like, ooh, it's a little nerdy.
Yeah.
And then
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, exactly.
The Benedict Cumberbatch Sherlock.
Yep. And then I also got bullied for liking wrestling. So
that's odd.
Yeah.
My sisters were big wrestlers. They had what's his name? Ed Hart. I don't know I can't remember his name. It's like Hart or something like that. But they had his poster on their wall.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, who's that? They're like, it's my favorite wrestler.
Bret Hart.
that must have been it. That must have been him.
But yeah, that got bullied out of me. Anime got bullied out of me, and I'm just like, what am I supposed to like?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't like anything.
No.
Yeah, so I think for me was moving to college and seeing eventually, like, you know what what you like.
Yeah.
Stop trying to change who you are. Be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I did. I was myself, and I met people. Got through college, and there was really no bullying. Essentially, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, there probably was. I was just like,
Yeah.
yeah. And then, I didn't cosplay again until 2009.
Okay.
That is when I went back into the cosplay scene.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to Anime North with my friend. We entered the skit contest as Merrick and Bakura at Anime North.
Damn.
And we won.
Oh, hell yeah.
We won. It was just closet stuff put together, but we won for, I think it was just originality in the cosplay and or not the cosplay, the skit itself, because we based it off of Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series.
That is one of my favorite things.
So we based our American Bakura off of that. I think the skit is actually still online.
That's actually incredible.
we did a parody of A Whole New World with Merrick and Bakura.
Absolutely.
And Merrick was singing, and we didn't practice any choreography except the literally minutes before in the green room. Because we're like,
God.
wait, we have to perform this. What are we doing? Okay. So yeah, everything was just, we were just at like kind of, okay, let's just go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we ended up winning something. We won a gift card to a cosplay site.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it just goes to show, like, sometimes just winging it is the best thing.
Exactly. Look at this show.
You never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So the one thing I wanted to talk, well, there's multiple things I want to talk about, but a thing that I haven't got to talk about with anybody else, Trigun.
Oh, Trigun. We love Trigun.
I love Trigun so
Vash,
much.
that sweet angel
that
boy.
sweet baby boy. Yeah, I watched an interview with one of the heads of Studio Orange, who animated it. And he's like, yeah, they're working with the mangaka with it, and like the manifest to like pitch the show was like this big.
Yeah.
Like they wrote out the entire world, they flushed it out, and I was like,
We went to the Studio Orange's panel last year at Anime North.
oh yeah?
Yeah. It was amazing to
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite things to show people is Studio Orange and be like, yeah, it's all computer animated. And they're like, what? Like, why does it look so good? I was like, because they're good.
Yeah. I actually didn't know that they were that they did Beastars too.
Yeah.
Which I haven't seen. I've seen clips.
Yeah.
So I know the animation style, and so I'm like, well, actually, you know what? It makes sense that they did both Beastars and Trigun.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait for season 2 of Trigun.
I am so excited. One of my favorite things about Trigun is just the world. And it's just so good.
Yeah. I don't clearly remember original Trigun. It was a while ago that I actually watched it, so I have to refresh my memory. I did recently watch one of the movies. Was there only one? I can't remember. There is only one.
Okay.
Yeah, just everything about it is like incredible.
Yeah.
It gives that post-apocalyptic sort of vibe, and I love anything post-apocalyptic. And also, I love that traditional 90s anime look. They all had that same look, like the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just the coloring, too, for, like, the traditional one.
Yeah.
And it's so, like, crazy to see, like, how they took original Vash, his original look, and made him look how he looks now.
Yeah.
And Wolfwood, he didn't really change much.
No, his nose, that's about it.
They didn't get his nose right.
Yeah, they didn't get his nose right, but that's about it.
Yeah, yeah. And Knives changed a lot, too.
Yeah.
Knives went from being, well, he's still a whiny little bitch.
I was going to say, I was like, well.
But he was more, how do I say this? Like, again, I don't really remember much from the original Trigun. Yeah. But I feel like Knives had more of a role in this Trigun. They really focused on their relationship as brothers and Knives' whole like mission. Yeah. And I don't know. Like, is he going to come back?
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, again, this is a prequel, and Knives is alive and well in the what's supposed to happen afterwards. So, yeah, hopefully we'll see what happens with them.
Yeah. They're like, there wasn't a character I didn't not like. Yeah. You know? Because, like, it's so good. I recommend Trigun Stampede to every single person. Froppy recommends Black Clover to every single person. My Black Clover is Trigun Stampede.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, please just watch it.
Yeah.
It's for everyone.
It is for everybody. And actually, I told my friend to watch Trigun, and they're like, okay, I'll watch it. And they were currently watching My Hero at the time. And so they finished it, and they're like, well, it's not something I'm really like into, because I figured they never really watched the original Trigun.
Yeah.
But they watched Berserk.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, I feel like they're not the same kind of like, it's not the same story.
No.
But it's from that era.
Yes.
So I figured they might like that. And, they watched it and they did like it, but they're like, I couldn't really fall in love with the characters. I fell in love with the characters. And I'm so glad that they brought it back for this generation of anime lovers. And I'm really happy that they got, for the dub anyway, that they got Johnny back.
Yes.
They were originally not going to.
Oh, really?
This is what I heard. They originally weren't going to get him.
Okay.
And I think the fans of the original series were just like, no.
Yeah.
It's not Trigun without Johnny Young Bosch. And he's one of my favorite voice actors. I love him in Bleach.
Yep.
I love him in Blue Exorcist. Every role I've heard Johnny in is fantastic. And also apparently he's now in One Piece.
One of my favorite series that came out, 2 years ago now, Blue Period. He's the lead in that.
Yeah.
And it's so good.
And he's also in Code Geass.
Yep.
Yeah. Which I haven't seen, but my friend is a
either.
really, really big, they're a bigger Johnny Young Bosch fan than I am.
Okay.
They want to cosplay every one of his characters.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
it's
a very long list, but they've cosplayed Vash, they've cosplayed it's Chris, it's Mochi.
Okay, yeah.
They've cosplayed Vash, they've cosplayed Gyu, they've cosplayed Yukio. Who else have they cosplayed of Johnny's? Ichigo.
Yep.
Yeah, and they plan on, they want to do, is it Lelouch that he plays?
Lelouch, I think so. Do you want to check that? Can we get a fact check on that?
Or is it his best friend that he plays? Because
I'm
again,
not sure.
I haven't seen Code
seen it
Geass.
either.
I just know he's in it.
Everyone watching and listening is yelling at their screen right now.
Oops.
Yeah, oops.
It's not my fault.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, I've
But they've also cosplayed Sabo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I always forget he plays Gyu because he's just so good that I don't notice it's him.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
He is
Lelouch.
Okay. All right. Damn, he was in everything back in the day. God damn.
I wish he would come to Canadian conventions.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's an American only. He also sings.
Yes.
He has his own band. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But I feel like he only goes to American cons. So we saw him one time at Colossal Con.
Yep.
I didn't see him because I didn't get a ticket because we were foolish. And the year that he went to Colossal Con, we did Anime North, Yeti Con, and then Colossal Con. And they were 3 weekends in a row.
Damn. Oh.
Yep. We were broke, but we were like, we're going.
Yep.
We're going. And so we went, and I didn't get a ticket because I'm like, oh, well, we're only going so that you can meet Johnny.
Yeah.
And we went, and I just didn't really do anything. But Chris went to his panel and stuff, and I got to meet him. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, he's a really, really nice guy.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things.
And it's great to have like voice actors who are nice to their fans.
Yeah.
Because you hear stories of certain and people and how they act with their fans.
Yeah. Yeah. We're not gonna name names.
Not gonna name names.
But
oh,
boy. But yeah. Trigun. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. We went off on a tangent.
All good. Like we were saying, the dub is fantastic.
Yeah.
Moon and I waited for the dub to come out. That's what we usually do, but I am so glad that we waited because it's just absolutely fantastic. The acting on everyone's part absolutely incredible. Like, I think I said the amount of times I turned to Moon and went, Knives' voice actor didn't need to be this good.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
calm down.
Yeah.
Like, it's an anime. Calm down.
Yeah.
But like, I was like, holy shit. Like, he stole every single scene.
Yeah, he really did.
And that's hard to do with a character like, if you're sharing the screen with a character like Vash,
Yes.
who's so goddamn likable.
Well, Knives became really popular
Yeah.
in the cosplay community.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think I saw like a good majority more, like, I did see a lot of Ashes
Yeah.
and Wolfwoods,
Mm-hmm.
but I was seeing so many Knives cosplayers just
Wow.
appearing at, like, just on like TikTok alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, and I think a lot of it has to do with how these voice actors
Yeah.
really bring them to life.
Mhm.
Like, there's the animation, which, it gives them that brings them to life, but the voice actors give them that personal,
Mm-hmm.
not personal, more realistic. Like, you see them and like they give you those emotions, and you like I remember we were crying at that last episode because of how intense these emotions were that we were feeling. Like, Knives just like pleading with Vash.
Yeah.
Like, see my side, please.
Yeah.
Like, I like, you're my brother and I do love you, but
Yeah.
like, I'm trying to get you to see my side because like, yeah, it's just, and you feel for Knives.
Yeah.
Even though he's the villain.
Even though he is a whiny piece of shit. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed the writing. Just everything was just so goddamn good.
I wish there was like more to talk about when it comes to Stampede.
Yeah.
But because we don't even have a season 2 yet, we just kind of have like talks of season 2. There's not as much like to talk about, except for, oh my god, it's so great.
Yeah, straight up. So words and stuff, trying to think of the words. So My Hero.
Mm-hmm.
I asked this question for every My Hero fan.
Mm-hmm.
It's so stupid. Why do you like My Hero?
So I liked My Hero because of, originally, I liked the idea of having a character. I felt like I could almost relate to Izuku in a way, because he was, bullied and told, you're not gonna accomplish anything. And it's because of like a flaw.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with you. And, I've been told that. And multiple times. So I immediately was like, and Deku was like, no, that's not acceptable. There's got to be something for me to do. So it was nice to see a character. And I'm sure there's been other characters like that. But that's what got me into it.
Yeah.
Since we're talking specifically about My Hero, that's what got me into it, was, having a protagonist that was like that. And so that's what really had me liking it, aside from the superhero stuff. And eventually I was like, hey, some of these characters remind me of certain Marvel superheroes. Twice
Just a little bit
with the whole Deadpool personality thing and everything. And then, but you find out a lot of these manga creators have a lot of respect for comic book creators too, and like are big fans of them. So they all are like connected in some way. They all know each other. But for My Hero, it's always been like the odds are stacked against you and you still keep pushing forward, and character development in that anime is peak.
So
and
good.
I will argue Endeavor's character development to this day.
Thank you absolutely.
I am a big Endeavor simp. I'm going to say that right now and forward.
It always comes down to this. God, no, I'm kidding.
But originally I didn't like him.
Yeah.
And, I was just like, oh God, I don't really like this guy. But going forward in the anime, you can't avoid him. He's in the story.
Yeah.
And then you see the character development and you're like, oh my God, he wants to change. And there are actually worse people in that story, worse parenting than Endeavor. I actually did a little bit of a panel on this at Anime North last year in regards to it, specifically to get to kind of have a conversation about it. Just like there's characters who you see like Endeavor who want to change. He recognizes his mistakes and is like, okay, we're gonna fix this. I know I can't change the past, and I was horrible for what I did in the past. And we're gonna make this better. He even acknowledges, and I feel like people miss this part about it, is he acknowledges that my family can't be happy if I'm there.
Yeah,
I'm taking myself out. Like, they're gonna be happy without me.
Yep.
And they're gonna live in their own home, and I'm just gonna be away from them.
Yep.
I remember him saying that specifically, and me being like, okay, that's a guy who can recognize his mistakes, and he wants to make his family happy again. But then there's parents that have shown to verbally and physically abuse their children in front of their teachers.
Yeah.
And people love this parent and actually are like, oh my God, she's so great. She's so fantastic. If anyone knows, I'm talking about Bakugo's mom.
I was gonna be like Smash. No.
I know. Like, but people are like, I hate Endeavor. He's awful for what he's done. But it's like, but then these same people are like, Bakugo's mom is so hot. She's a great parent. Look at her.
Yeah, she's not a great parent.
No, she's not. She blamed him for All Might's failure and said, if you weren't so weak, All Might would still be around. You need to, get yourself in check.
Yeah.
Yes, you should tell your kid, get yourself in check. Stop being an asshole.
Yeah.
But they're like, she's, who knows what goes behind closed doors with that parent. Like, there's always two sides to every story. But yeah, that's just one thing, like, a lot, I was like, that would make me a little bit like, upset in regards to that argument.
Yeah.
It's like, and people who refuse to acknowledge the character development.
Yeah.
That's what made me more upset. Was like, hey guys, character development is a thing.
Yeah.
And also, it is fiction at the end of the day when it comes down to it.
Yeah, exactly. Hear that, My Hero fandom? It's fiction. Oh, they're scary.
No. Oh, you want to talk about scary fandoms? Hitalia.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Never mind. I
was in the Hitalia fandom.
I'm so sorry.
Yep. I was there through the whole Hitalia phase.
Congratulations for making it on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad you're still here.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. That was to be fair, Hitalia introduced me to some of my best friends.
Yeah.
I meet great people through cosplay, although some of the other side of that fandom was not the fun part that I wanted to experience.
Yeah.
We still talk to this day about, I cosplayed Germany.
Oh, okay.
And I do remember a lot of the times, like at Anime North specifically, this one time I was cosplaying Germany. We were finishing a photo shoot and some cosplayers walked by me and did the Hitler salute at me. They yelled, "Hey, Germany!" And then they did the Hitler salute, and I started like cursing them out and saying, "You need to, what's the proper term to express how I felt in that situation?"
Yeah.
But people were very disrespectful. And at the time, at the end of the day, I was wearing a World War II Germany military outfit, but I didn't wear any of that paraphernalia. It's kind of like with what's that new anime with the swastikas?
Tokyo Revengers.
Tokyo Revengers.
Yeah.
I've seen cosplayers wearing the swastikas.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's my least favorite thing in the world.
And I was like, I'd never do that.
No.
One of my friends who cosplayed Hitalia at the time with me cosplayed Prussia, and their family is German and actually had family try to escape, but also they're like, my family was like either going to be killed and then some of them were forced to be in the army, or they were going to be killed.
Yeah.
And they didn't get out in time.
Yeah.
So they cosplayed Prussia, but they're like, I'm going to be respectful in all senses.
Yeah.
And Hetalia did kind of push those borders
very much
on what's appropriate and what's not appropriate.
Yeah.
And, when you're young and you're learning all these things, you're just like, even thinking back, I'm just like, I probably would have never cosplayed Germany.
Mm-hmm.
If I could go back, I don't think I'd ever do it again.
Yeah. He
was a good character, but it's probably not something I would ever pick again.
Mm-hmm.
That fandom, just some of the people were unhinged in very dangerous ways.
Yeah.
Like at one Anime North, a photo shoot, a Russia cosplayer brought an actual knife and was holding it to people's throats. I was one of them.
Great.
Mm-hmm. And I know one of my friends had it too. Hold a knife held to their hand, like to their throat.
Jesus.
Yeah. Their throat. Yeah. Yeah. All in the name of cosplay.
Jesus.
Non-consensual. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, my hero's not like that.
No. That's why I'm just like, sometimes when people are like, yeah, these fandoms are out of control. I'm like, you weren't there for Hetalia. You also weren't there for Homestuck.
Yeah.
I wasn't in Homestuck,
mm-hmm.
but a lot of the crazy Hetalia fans went over to Homestuck really fast.
God. So, One Piece. Here we go. Talked a lot about One Piece on this show. About fans of the show, not fans of the show. So why One Piece? What is it about One Piece that makes your brain go, ooh?
Well, honestly, my 1 year anniversary of watching One Piece of being in the fandom is coming up.
Oh, hell yeah.
Last year at Anime North, I hadn't seen a single episode of One Piece.
Really?
But I cosplayed Zoro because Chris was like, you're going to cosplay Zoro, and I know you're going to like Zoro. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I started watching it after Anime North.
Okay.
And I was just like, holy crap, what is this? What is this story? And like, I love all these characters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's a single, there are some characters who I absolutely I think are disgusting, but they are key to the plot.
Yeah.
What is it about it that makes my brain like, ugh? I don't know. It's everything. It's about, that whole crew. They're just a found family.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, to me, like my life. I have a found family in my friends.
Yeah.
And for me, also, I resonate with Zoro in a sense that, no, I'm not as athletic as he is. However, I am extremely loyal to my friends, my really close friends, and I can sleep absolutely anywhere. If you see me at a con and I'm lying down, chances are I've fallen asleep.
That's insane.
Or I've been asleep, or I have been asleep at one point.
I love that.
Yeah. I remember I was visiting Chris at their work.
Yeah.
And I fell asleep on the table, like just with my head down.
Yeah.
And they were like, we played really loud music and you were just like out like a light. I'm like, yeah, I can sleep anywhere. The only issue is I have a great sense of direction.
I was going to say, do you have a bad sense of direction?
I can be somewhere once and be able to find that place again. But since cosplaying Zoro, I have fully been following a GPS and gone the opposite way twice. I'm going to admit that now. Since cosplaying
it's a curse.
Zoro.
Yeah.
Since starting to cosplay Zoro. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also Chris immediately told me like, oh, you're also going to like Sanji because he loves to cook. I love cooking.
Yeah.
Cooking is one of my favorite things. And yeah, I do really like Sanji and his love for the culinary arts.
Yeah.
So having a character that I can relate to in that sense, like I really love any sort of cooking anime. So
Yeah.
like Shokugeki no Soma. There was another really like small little niche anime too. But yeah, any sort of character that loves to cook. And actually, One Piece has become the first anime in a very long time I created an OC for.
Okay.
I haven't created an OC since Digimon and Dragon Ball Z years.
Holy shit! Wow.
Yeah. So back when I was a kid. So
Yeah.
now I actually like created like an OC for it. And yeah, it's just like the whole adventure with the Straw Hats has just been a like crazy whirlwind of emotions. Like One Piece made you cry for a ship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if an anime can make you cry for a ship, it's like, you know, like that's great storytelling. Makes you have feelings for a ship.
Mm-hmm.
Like
a boat ship, by the way. That was a common confusion at Toronto Comic-Con when I was asking, like, what is the name a One Piece ship? And someone said Zoro and Sanji, and I'm like, okay, sure, that works, I guess. I'm like, I should have worded it better than that. Only one person was like, the Sunny? And I was like, there you go.
There you go.
You got it right.
Yeah, the Sunny. I actually got recently the model kits for the ships.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
I
saw
just
those.
did Sunny, Mary, and the oh my god, Polar Tang.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Polar Tang, and I want to get Ace's ship as well.
Yeah.
Yes, because even though he was on Whitebeard's crew, he was originally the Spade Pirates. So,
yeah. So speaking of Ace,
no, no, no.
Oh God, you know it was coming.
Oh no.
So you cosplay Ace.
Yes, I do.
Was this Chris's doing, or was this like I want to cosplay?
This was
Ace?
me being I want to cosplay Ace.
Okay,
I
so
want to cosplay Ace.
What is it about Ace that you're like, oh my God, I love this guy?
Have you seen him?
I mean, valid. I mean, absolutely valid.
It's I don't. What is it about Ace that I really love? He's a very fiery attitude, and I don't really like relate to him in a way, but I just love how much he loves his little brother, and would do anything to protect his little brother. And he supports his little brother. He's so proud of him.
Yeah.
He's like, look at Luffy. Look at him go. He's a pirate now.
Yeah.
And, but there's also like the, that sense of like, if someone insults or hurts someone close to him, you don't want, like, he's a nice guy until you piss him off.
Yeah.
And that is actually, in a way, me.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't really relate to him, but that, in a sense, it is me. I'm a nice person until you piss me off because you've hurt someone I care about. Like they say, Luffy's a ray of sunshine, but Ace is also a ray of sunshine. Like, you see him in the Wano flashbacks with, like, Yamato and just, like, his small adventures. Like, he brought joy to everybody and he had an impact on everyone that he met. And whether it was just for like a couple minutes or not, like people, they knew who he was. It was because he was himself and he was true to himself. He worked hard to, be who he was and separate that from himself, or separate himself from that family he was ashamed to be a part of. He worked really hard to do that.
Yeah.
So, and also he's really good looking too. I have a very nice figure of him that I got at a con.
Okay. I will say, because Moon and I are watching like One Piece back, we're in Alabasta.
Yep.
And he pops up. Some shots, my God, He looks like a fish.
He does. Oh God, Alabasta Ace is awful.
Yeah.
They really gave him a glow up in
Oh,
Wano.
straight up.
He got such a glow up.
Like you see him in
This
Wano.
was my first time watching One Piece, and I was like, people find him attractive. And I was like, his freckles are cute, but I was like,
No, Alabasta Ace is a whole different thing.
Yeah.
It's like it's like what they did too with Crocodile.
Yeah.
Crocodile Alabasta is like, ugh, but then you see him again, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, you're
hi,
like-
Croc. Hello, Crocodile. Oh, okay. what did you do? Did you? It's like the animation did a full like 360, like or 180, I should say. Like it went from the women having elongated torsos, Ace looking like a fish.
Yeah.
Like to
now Zoro has neck double the size.
I just got his I found out his chest measurements. If aside from Boa Hancock, he is the biggest chest in One Piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has a bigger chest than Nami and Robin. Mm-hmm. I love it. I love that man.
Boa Hancock is the only one who has a bigger chest than him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Based. But yeah, it's so funny to see just the difference between like oh, Alabasta Ace, he popped up and I went, oh no, was he always like this? Like straight up. And then Moon's just like, people find like what is wrong? Because like our friend Amy is an Ace simp through and through.
Yeah.
And when she was watching through, I would get Snapchats or like photos of him on the TV being like, why is he looking at me like that? And I'm just like, and I see the photo, I was like, that's an attractive man.
Yeah.
And then he pops up and he's
And
just like,
Alabasta.
hi guys. Like
His eyes are
one
over
eye
here,
one eye here, and I'm like, what is
and he's
going?
got that really big smile.
Yeah.
Yeah, like his smile like takes up all of his face.
Yeah. I'm
Like,
like,
what happened to you, Ace?
yeah, what's going on there?
Oh boy, yeah. Oh, and also Ace, just like Zoro, falls asleep at random times.
Yes.
Which is like me. When I was in my Ace cosplay at KatsuCon, we were sitting at the table, and I was not just tired from the con, but like. So I'm just sitting there and I have my eyes closed, and Chris looks over at me and is like, Ace, you sleepy? I'm like, yep. I'm just falling asleep at the table while I'm eating. Like I'm just chewing my food, like my eyes are closed. I'm just like sitting there like Ace, like, yep, this is totally in character. Falling asleep in my food.
It's canon. Don't wake them. Like
Chris has said that. It's like, it's okay. They're in character right now. Let them sleep. Don't bug them.
Oh my god. So tell me about this statue before we go. You mentioned the beautiful
the Ace
statue.
figure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just like it was when I went to Zenkai Con in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And it's a really small con. I didn't even know it existed. I was visiting a friend, and she was like, come visit during Zenkai Con. We can go together. And I'm like, okay. I almost have said Zentai Con so many times. And I'm just
That's
like,
what I thought you said. And I was
no.
like, excuse me?
That's why I'm like, I have to emphasize the Zenkai.
Yeah.
Very, very small con. Like, think CSC.
Okay, yeah.
Like it was so tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it was like I guess CSC was 2 days, but this was 3 days. We only went the 1 day.
Yeah.
And I found him in the dealer's room, and I'm just like, oh god. he's
Why is he looking at me like that?
Why is he looking at me like that? And I passed the table a bunch of times, and I'm just like, I'm getting him. It's he's cheaper than I would get him here in Canada.
Yeah.
And also it's Ace. I don't have any Ace. That my justification is I don't have any of this figure or this character, so I clearly need one. So we got one, or I got him, and I pulled him out of the box, and he's like, this tall.
Sheesh.
We have the matching Sabo now too.
Oh, I love that.
Actually, Sabo was first.
Okay.
Sabo came first. I got Sabo for Chris for Christmas. And funny story with that figure. So I went to go buy it for Chris for their birthday.
Yeah.
And I went to the store that it had been at for months. months. When
Yeah.
I go to buy it, it's in someone's hands when I'm in the store. Some child who's like, oh, Sabo's not even my favorite character. I just don't have enough money for the Law figure.
Oh, my God. Oh, no.
I'm just like, did you actually just say that to me? Give me that figure, child.
Yeah.
The one time I was ready to fight someone, but I was like, you had it first. And then I just left the store. I was kind of hoping they would put it down.
Yeah.
But no, like they only got it because they couldn't afford the Law figure. But Law is their favorite character. I don't even really like Sabo.
Well,
Then why are you getting Sabo?
yeah. Jeez. Oh, my God.
So yeah, then I found it and I got it for Chris for Christmas, and
Yeah.
so he was on the shelf, by himself. And then, at the con, I was just like, I think Sabo needs his brother. They need to reunite. So now they match. And lo and behold, a couple weeks ago, I can't even say months, weeks ago, I got the matching Law figure to that set. So now I have a giant Law figure as well.
Hell yeah. Screw you, child.
So it hasn't even been a year of me liking One Piece or being into One Piece. I have 4 shelves of One Piece figures.
Oh. Sorry about the peak there. Oh my
That's
God.
more than my Hero figures. The My Hero figures actually had to be taken down and put into my spare bedroom shelf. That is kind of like, oh, that's only for me to look at.
Damn.
I actually sold some of my Hero figures
Yeah.
recently at the nerd market, and I'm going to
Yeah.
be selling more at Nominichi. And it's not like I still like My Hero.
Yeah.
But I need space for my One Piece figures. Chris is actually at a point. I've got a One Piece figure coming in the mail right now.
Oh my goodness. Jesus.
It's a Zoro figure. Zoro is actually the majority of my collection. Law's catching up, and so is Ace.
It's like the Nobara shrine behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really wish that they would make Nendroids of One Piece characters.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't.
So it's a licensing thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because there's no dragon. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's Good Smile. I don't know. I think it's Good Smile doesn't have licensing for them.
Yeah.
Crunchyroll does.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure that's the reason why. I'm not sure if Crunchyroll and Good Smile have had the same animes with figures.
I don't
know. I'm not the kind of I don't keep up with that kind of stuff. All I know is I tried looking it up, and you can only really make your own. I've seen people make their own.
Yeah.
It's like the same with like the Funko Pops.
Yeah.
Actually, One Piece is also the first Funko Pop I've ever collected.
I'm so sorry.
Because I was like, oh, I don't really like Funkos. I don't.
Yeah.
The eyes kind of threw me off. But then I'm like, oh no,
There's a Zoro one.
and there's a Zoro one, and I'm actually saving that Zoro. It's the Nothing Happened Zoro that was limited release. I'm saving him to get signed by Chris Sabat
Hey,
at
Chris.
Fan Expo.
Yeah.
But yeah, as much as I don't want to give my money to Fan Expo, I want to meet Chris Sabat.
Yeah.
So I thought he might. I was fingers crossed, hoping he was going to be at Anime North, but no. No, apparently not. So I guess we'll just have to go to Fan Expo. But yeah, I'm going to get him signed. Yeah, and the next goal is to go to Japan again, and
Oh, you're going to go insane.
I already went insane when I
Yeah?
went there the first time, but I was into My Hero.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I have an Uraraka figure from Japan. That was only $10.
It hurts. The conversion, it hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the amount of figures that I see that look extremely cheap, and there's like $50, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah. even the one, because I ordered my current Zoro figure. The yen is very weak right now, by the way, guys. If you want to go to Japan, get your yen right now, because my Zoro figure that I got, the yen was so weak that he only cost $16
Oh my god.
off of Ami Ami.
God damn.
And he is pre-owned,
Yeah.
but they come in really good condition.
Yeah.
And I had previously bought a figure off of Ami Ami, like literally like a couple weeks before, and I spent $40. That's how much the yen dropped
Jesus.
within that time frame. So yeah, that's get your yen if you plan on, if you're planning a trip. If you want to go to Japan, get your yen now, because it's not very strong.
Damn.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Well, thank you so much for coming on and the financial advice. Where can the lovely people find you?
I'm on Instagram as Azrayuki, TikTok Azray's Coven. Yeah, those are my only social handles.
Yeah.
Azrayuki is one word on Instagram, and Azray's Coven, there's just an underscore in between.
Cool. It'll be linked down below. Follow them. And you can follow me at Corky Cosplays on Instagram and Adam Corky everywhere else. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Donate to the Ko-fi. It helps the show run. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.